Welcome to PMPA's Final Cut of the Week, where we share important information you may have missed while you were making essential parts. I'm Durain Davis Jr.
And I'm David Wynn, and this is what you need to know for the week ending December 15th, 2023. Core PPI came in at 2% over November 2022, which is the lowest increase since January of 2021. November's core PPI came in just under the expected 2.2%, dropping 0.3% from 1 year earlier. A significant cooling in producer prices has taken place. Our shops are starting to see the cost of shop items ease, such as steel and cutting tools. We expect this cooling trend to continue as prices normalize.
AI tools are making phishing attempts harder to detect. Phishing emails are improving and have more relevant data points that make them look realistic. According to cybersecurity firm /Next, there has been a 1,265% increase in attempts. It's critical to make sure you're training your performers to recognize these attempts. Make sure you have adequate controls in place. If you haven't already, it's time for you to consider cybersecurity a critical part of your operations.
Our Management Update Conference registration is now open. Be sure to join us in Austin, Texas, February 29th through March 2nd. The conference this year will offer a wealth of valuable management content for you to absorb, bring back to your organization, and will focus on workplace culture and employee engagement and retention. PMPA members can register by going to pmpa.org.
On this week's Speaking of Precision podcast, Miles Free, Carly Kistler-Miller, and David dive into how our shop should approach machining unleaded brass and steel now that leaded steel is no longer produced in the United States. This podcast and our Speaking of Suppliers podcast can be found on major podcast platforms or on pmpa.org.
Now it's time for our weekly tip. Steel weighs approximately 0.2833 pounds per cubic inch. Steel weighs approximately 489.6 pounds per cubic foot. For a handy chart to determine the weight per foot of steel of any size, go to pmpa.org's Knowledge Centers or Final Cut of the Week.
And that's our take on what you need to know for the week ending December 15th, 2023. For additional information and links about any of the topics discussed today, go to pmpa.org and click on Final Cut of the Week.
Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next Friday.
Okay.
Technology is awesome, you know that? It's like I'm all the way in Tennessee, yet I can still touch it.
Welcome to PMPA's Final Cut. I couldn't even get past.
We got 3 words in. Woo!
Couldn't get
Increase. That's not right. From 1 year earlier.
You tried to save yourself. You did. One.
Yeah. What? Nip. You're up, dude. Hours later, we now have a full Final Cut. Who's opening that door?
Free Carly Kistler-Miller. What the hell? What am I laughing at?
Our names are awful funny.
Everyone's got a last name but me. Who am I?
Those are the questions I ask myself alone at night in the dark. Who am I really?
I think I'm David. I think I want to be Jacob today.
Behind him, bro.
Oh, God.
This is why they keep me in Tennessee.